Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever craved a restaurant quality makhni karahi but thought you didn't have enough time? Well, today I'm going to show you how I use my Instant Pot as a hack to make this rich buttery masterpiece in under 30 minutes. Stick around and you won't believe how quick and easy this is. So let's get started, but before that, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. So here in my Instant Pot, I have a whole chicken. It's about 1.5 kgs and I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of salt. You may want to adjust it according to your taste, but usually I use half a teaspoon of salt per half kg of chicken. Then I'm adding 1 very large or 2 medium large size onions. You can chop them roughly or you can make them go through a food processor and add them in. This is a block that I froze after I had processed them. And then you're gonna need 4 to 6 medium large size tomatoes, some ginger, about 1/2 inch piece of ginger sliced I'm adding right now. And the other 1/2 inch I'm gonna add while I am reducing or bonifying the gravy. A couple of green chilies. I have super spicy Thai green chilies, so I'm just adding 1, but feel free to add as much as you like. And then about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. And this does not need a lot of water because the onions and the tomatoes and the chicken are gonna release a lot of moisture, and that would be enough to cook it through. But just to get the pressure going, I'm adding 1 to 2 tablespoons on the sides. And then close the lid and let it pressure cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. Generally, for a small size chicken, 8 minutes are good enough. And once the pressure is done, it goes on low, cancel it and open the valve, release the pressure. And you might have to do manual pressure release. Don't let it sit inside. The chicken is gonna turn into mush and it's gonna start falling off the bone. So at this point, the tomatoes and onions and everything should be fully cooked. And you can continue cooking this in the Instant Pot, but usually I shift everything to a wider pot, a pan, so that I can make it even quicker. And my pan right now is on medium high. And as you can see, a lot of stock and a lot of moisture has been released by the chicken and the tomato and the onions. I'm going to let it simmer on medium flame for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how high the stove is. Then I'm adding in 1 tablespoon each of ground cumin and coriander. Seeds, if you don't have cumin and coriander seeds, you can simply replace it by using powder form. But for the powder form, use half a teaspoon of coriander powder and half a teaspoon of cumin powder. So after 10 to 11 minutes, this is where my karahi is. I see large bubbles and things are starting to look more yellowy. The water and the stock is pretty much evaporated. At that point, I added in about 1/4 cup of butter and a little bit of oil, followed by 1 teaspoon of black pepper and half a teaspoon of red chili powder and some more ginger, about another 1/2 inch piece sliced. And this is where the active cooking part comes. So the next 6 to 8 minutes is all you need to bonify and reduce this. And the more you reduce it and the more you bonify it, the more flavorful the gravy is going to be. So I like to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water at a time, and then you reduce it, and then you follow the process till you start seeing big bubbles of the butter or the oil that we just added. So your oil needs to start separating from the masala. That's when you know the curry is bona fide. And here you can see that the big bubbles of the oil that I was talking about has started to appear, and the oil is separating. That means the karahi is ready. And look at this deliciousness. Before serving, I like to add a little garnish of chopped fresh ginger and chopped fresh coriander. You can add green chilies. And I also save a little bit of that ground cumin and coriander seeds to sprinkle on top just for a little added texture. I really love the look of it. If you want, you can sprinkle a little bit of garam masala as well. And look at how delicious this is. We have made ourselves an amazing karahi before you can even order a takeout, really, in under 30 minutes. I love serving this with garam naan and paratha. Look at that glistening, delicious masala and that fully cooked through chicken. So that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this recipe. If you did, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. Until next time, the homemaker baker over and out.